Welcome to Great Lakes Outdoors, everyone. I'm your host, Rob Trott. On this week's show, we're going to take you back to the frozen tundra of northern Quebec. Stay tuned for a fantastic caribou hunt right here on your Great Lakes Outdoors. Back in late November, Susie and I joined 48 other friends and fellow hunters on our winter caribou hunt at Camp Kiskimaastakin, located in the frigid tundra of northern Quebec. The 1,500-mile trek took us 30 hours of actual drive time, with several overnight stops along the way. We arrived in camp late afternoon on our third day of the trip, and after checking in and a good meal, we hit the sack for a well-earned rest. Refreshed the following morning, we started our hunt, and it didn't take long to find the caribou. I continued to watch the herd pass, but saw nothing that interested me. Hello, Bull. Old friend Kevin Anthony pulled his old caribou stalking trick for us by putting his arms above his head, imitating a rack. It seemed to work as the curious caribou slowed down to take a look. Kevin and I caught up to this group about 20 minutes later. It had at least one decent bull in it, but I decided to pass as it was the first morning of our hunt. After passing that group, we headed out to look for another herd and found old buddy Wayne Allen, who had taken a real nice bull minutes earlier.
My name is Wayne Allen from Davison, Michigan. It's Wednesday morning about 10 o'clock up in northern Quebec. We were out since about 7:30. We've seen this herd of caribou going across the lake, and then we got out of our vehicles and went down by this lake and waited for them to come up through the woods. There was 4 or 5 in front of this, smaller ones, and then this one came along. It's really cold up here, and this is a tremendous hunt. I'm up here with Rob and Sue, and I sure appreciate them having us come up here.
About 10 minutes later, we set up on another herd crossing the ice, and I decided to take this bull, who looked pretty nice. My first shot was a good hit right in the lungs, but many times these caribou take a second shot to bring down. I had to wait for the rest of the pack to clear before I could get another shot off, and I dropped him in his tracks. There he's down. Yep. Well, Kevin, we just pulled down here. We're not very far from the camp at all.
No, we're not. We've been out since about 8 o'clock. It's 11 now.
Yeah, a little after.
We finally got one to cooperate.
Yeah.
We had some other ones going this morning, but if we didn't have the camera, we could have got them, but tried to get everything lined up.
It makes it tough with that camera. I couldn't get it on film. Sue was going to shoot it. It was just about the size of this one, I think. But this is the first time I got to shoot this new rifle. It's a 270 Winchester short mag that Williams made for me, and I'll tell you what.
Yep. It was a couple 100 yards
on
the move. Uh-oh, Sue.
Yeah, here's a good one.
Here's a good one, Sue.
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah, come on. Take a look, Kurt.
One side's bigger than the other.
Yeah. You want him?
Nope, we'll pass.
Okay.
You got that on film? I mean, this is how it happens. Just look.
He's not a bad one.
No.
There's more coming, too.
Yes, that's what I said. We're going to wait here. There's some more coming. Probably 20 in that group. These are nice one, but you can see the one side's smaller than the other.
That one I shot, it was the same on both sides?
Yes.
Was it? Okay. Now, there's a couple big bulls and they were no horns.
Right. See the big ones, everybody think they're cows, but they're actually the big bulls that's dropped.
Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. I see what you're talking about, the one side.
One side's smaller, but
yeah.
You never know what's bringing up. If you look way back, there's another line.
Yeah. This is a pretty good spot right here. They're not paying attention to us at all.
Right.
I think maybe I should, I don't know if we should go get that one, or what do you think?
Well, what I'll do is I'll go out and get it.
Well, you
and
sure
I'll look
that
around
one?
the corner. Yes.
I'm sure you got a good look.
Yes.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's a passer.
But we'll let these go through. I'll wander out, get the sled, and if I see something big, I'll lay down.
Well, look at that big bull there. Two of those right there.
Yeah.
No horns. Okay, I guess it's Sue's turn or your turn or whoever. I'll wait. I'll stand back now.
Yeah, we got a bunch more days.
Yeah.
As Kevin started out to pick up my bull, he saw another line coming, and I quickly traded my 270 with Susie for the camera.
I see him. He's spindly.
Do you see him, Sue?
Yeah, he's spindly.
That one right there.
He's little.
Way too small.
Yeah.
White rack to boot.
Yeah, look at them all just walking across. Must be noon rush hour somewhere.
Kevin and I finally got a chance to tag my caribou and bring him in on the sled. Not more than 10 minutes had passed, and this big group passed by Susie, who was set up and ready to shoot. As Susie continued to watch, this big guy showed up and she decided to take him.
Which one is he now? Oh, he's down. Yeah, he's down.
Good shot.
Thank you. Thank you. Boy, we were getting ready to go back. The battery's going to die. The camera's
on in right now.
The camera's out of tape, camera's out of juice. We're walking back. Kevin starts flagging and says, "There's a big one." I say, "Okay." Hopefully the camera's got it and the battery's going.
Before we could get to Susie's caribou, this herd had another nice bull in it, and Kevin wanted to poke at him.
Ah, now it's getting cold. Can you hear me now? Yeah? Okay. Well, Rob got his, Sue got hers, and we're getting ready to field dress them, and this guy come out. He's out there, I don't know, what do you say, 400 yards?
Yeah, a couple football fields.
As you can see, they're all over. We picked a good point where we can see everything coming from a mile, 2 miles away, and wait. And you can see Rob right there. Hey, get your gloves there, buddy. Cool.
Good work, Kev.
As we started out to get the 2 bulls, the caribou just kept coming.
Yeah, look at that.
We go out there and get one and
Yep.
drag it in.
Yeah, we'll drag it to the point.
They're coming out of the woods there too.
What's that?
They're coming out of the woods.
Yeah.
That's another bunch coming through the woods there. When we finally got to the first caribou, a fellow hunter came by on a snowmobile and helped us drag the big guys back in. It saved us an hour's work for sure. Kevin, we really lucked out. We started out there on the ice to go get these, and the guys, 2 guys from Wisconsin came
Yes.
in with a snowmobile, took us right out there and brought them in.
Yeah, well, everybody helps everybody up here, so.
That's the way it is. But you know, we shot 3 so far right here on this point. I got mine, went out to get mine, and then Sue ended up with a real nice one.
Yeah.
We'll show that in a minute. And then you got the last one.
Yeah,
And boy,
this
he's
one
a
comes
dandy.
through.
He's
A lot of
real
points
nice
on
one.
top, nice bezzes.
Mhm.
And then we're setting this up, and a couple more come through shooters.
Yep, yep.
So,
Just now,
Caribou.
yeah, they're
Yes.
still coming right up this shoreline. I've got video before Sue shot that one. At least 300 of them walking right up
Yeah.
the shore, right 30 yards away. And Sue passed 2 that I said, what are you, crazy? They were bigger than
Yep.
this one, I know that. And you came and saw that.
yes.
And then we started back because my battery was flashing, it was dying. I said end of tape, I had nothing
Okay.
left. We started back, that's why we were coming. And you're yelling, no, right there. So I looked and I had about maybe 40 seconds of tape left, and so Sue shot it. and-
Okay, yeah,
and,
she got a nice
that's
one,
a
made a
nice
great
one.
shot.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
But
She had to use my gun. She was complaining
Oh,
about
yeah?
my new 270 WSM because she didn't have her 280, you know.
Yeah.
But made a pretty good shot.
Well, you used 270, Sue did, and so did I.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So,
a good gun, you know. You
yes.
don't need any more than that up here.
No, because you got to carry, we're quite a ways back in.
Yep. You know, we've never hunted here before, and what was your saying yesterday? Because it's
Oh.
true.
All the way up here, I kept telling them the biggest fish is at the dock.
Yep.
And when we got within a mile from camp, we seen over 300 of them.
Yep.
And we seen 4 shooters
Yep, that's right.
in one little group.
That's right. So these were right, gosh, we're not a half a mile from camp.
Right. So we got all the other guys in our group, we've been hearing on the radio, they got some of the bows.
Yep, yep,
They've been doing real good.
yep. Weather's breaking up. That wind last night was 60 miles an hour
Yes.
when I got here. But just our first day, so we're half done.
And right now we got a north wind. It's about 18. It's just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I see you're all buttoned up.
You bet. It's not bad though. You know, we're
No.
going to get these gutted into Parky to get the skinning shed, and we're going to
Yes.
come right back on this point, I think.
Yep. I think we missed lunch though.
Yeah, we did, but that's worth it. We got to get Sue on. Let's take a look at Sue's. We'll
All
get
right.
her over there.
That's a dandy.
All right.
Boy, thanks to Kevin and the guys from Wisconsin, like he said, they brought in my caribou. I got to see it. I'm shocked. I mean, I knew it was big, but I didn't think it was this big. I love all the horns, the points. It's like, whoa. But the greatest thing I found is I'm warm. I am so thankful that I could cuddle up into my ravenwear and just be warm. The wind's been howling a little bit today. When you get out there in the middle and on this point that we've been watching them from, you really feel it. So it's been a great hunt so far. I'm anxious to still set back up on that point, and I don't really want to climb through all the snow and all. It's like, why not be here?
Yeah, but you didn't use the 280. Whose gun was that?
Yeah, well, you just had yours and had to break it in and figured that was okay. But I really like mine better. But yours was really nice, I'll be honest. I didn't notch it though. Kevin said this is the first time that it's killed anything. Yours first and then mine second. So he says we have to notch the stock. What do you think?
I don't think so.
I think we should do that.
I don't think Kevin at Williams would like that.
I think he'd understand though. Can I notch it?
Let's go to work. What do you say?
After we notch the stock. Go ahead, Kevin. You can do it.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
Heading back to the same point, the herds of caribou seemed continuous. What a great hunt.
Hi, I'm Bob Giffel from Davison. I got this nice bull about 11:45. It's Wednesday the 26th. I saw him about 11:30. Came out of the pines, crossed the two-track. He crossed to the other side of the two-track, started to head up the hill, and I got him just as he reached the top of the hill there. And he fell right at the top. We had to drag him about 75, 100 yards out. It's real cold today, but the winds died down. And I want to thank Rob and Sue for having me up here with them. It's been a wonderful hunt so far. I'm going to take this and have it mounted at Bob Parkey's in Indian River.
As the afternoon wore on, the herds of caribou just kept coming, and this was still the first day. We finally called it a day with all of us getting a nice bull apiece. Tomorrow's forecast was for more of the same, mostly caribou with a chance of clouds. The following morning, we headed back to the same spot. Take a look at what we had coming right off the bat. As I was panning the herd with a camera, we heard a shot, and sure enough, one of our group had just taken his first caribou ever.
Hi, Ron Laschuk from City of Warren.
My name is Jack Coulis. I'm from Flushing, Michigan.
This is our first trip up here, up to Quebec. Not a monster by no means, but a great one for the first one. Having a great time, great facilities, a lot of caribou. Just happy to be here, happy to get one.
Happy to get here because getting here was half the adventure. The roads were very icy and all the snow squalls and the wind. It was pretty tough getting here, but it's been worth it. now that we're here.
Absolutely. You guys are already coming back next year. In fact, before they came out hunting this morning, they bought 4 trips for next year.
We just got to make sure we say hi to the family, the wife and the kids, or we won't be going anywhere.
Good enough, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Thank
and
you.
it was a great hunt. Thanks.
Thanks.
We moved up the road a couple of miles and had no trouble spotting lots of caribou. Looking at that one, he's looking at us. Yeah, he's got stuff on top.
Yeah, they don't hook around. So there's another one coming, the last one.
Oh, yeah. Got nothing on top.
Yeah.
Not bad, but nothing on top. He's got 2 points each.
I'm just seeing if something's gonna come up behind it.
There's 2 coming this way. As we moved down to another frozen lake, this big herd crossed within 150 yards of us. We all were a little picky as we still had a day and a half left to hunt and 1 tag apiece to fill. That's still a good shot, but 150, 200 yards. What was it, 100?
96.
Yeah. Get those 4 last ones.
96, yep.
Little teeny
Going
fella.
straight out isn't bad. That snow sets in. Ooh.
Hi, this is Larry Hudson. I'm from Shelby Township, from Michigan. We're up here in northern Quebec doing some caribou hunting, having a beautiful time. This is about 1 out of 2,000 animals I've seen over the last couple days. Just having a real beautiful time. You can see this has got the double shovel. Seen some bigger ones, but sometimes it's hard to get a shot off.
That's this week's show, everyone. We hope you're enjoying our winter caribou hunt here from Camp Kiskimaastakin. And if you are, you don't want to miss next week as we bring you part 2. So until then, I'm Rob Trotz saying, get outside. There's no better place to be.